Good morning, BookTube. Today I have a pastiche review for you. These are the reviews that I compose original passages, excerpts, poems, etc. from real works of literature, in which I try to give you an idea of the themes and tone and style and setting and plots and characters, etc. Of that work. So this one is actually a story collection. It's attributed to Vishnu Sharma, but I think it's one of those that accrued through the ages, through many, many tellers. It is called PANCHATANTRA. I was put in mind of doing this one as I just did a Voltaire, which was inspired by the Thousand and One Nights, which was inspired by PANCHATANTRA. You can also see it's how it inspired some Just So stories by Kipling, among with many other story collections, perhaps even Aesop. All right, so there's also Buddhist stories called Jataka. So those would have come after this. I haven't studied whether there's a link there or not. I'm interested. I'll go and find out, and maybe I'll put a comment in the description for you if I find something interesting. But anyway, some of these are about kids, some of these are about animals, some are both. This one is one of those, not a rash vow, but what would you call it, a rash? Well, you know what? Let's just read it and we'll find out. As a little boy, Gopi's chief delight was to chase the house lizards out of his room. Even if he saw one in the yard, he would chase it. His mother would scold him to leave the poor creature alone. Gopi felt that as long as he was in his house, it was the lizard that must leave. If he went into the jungle, animals would not leave him alone. He said he must protect his domain. In reality, he enjoyed the chase. He was a tyrant in his tiny kingdom. His family was too fond of him. When he got older, Gopi was bit by a spider and became very sick. In his fever, he was too weak even to chase the house lizards out. In fact, there was a bold one he called King Lizard, who would hunt around the boy's bed, and the boy became fond of him. When the healer was at last called in, he said that Gopi would die. Why had Gopi run off the house lizards who would have eaten the spiders? King crawled onto the boy while he was sleeping, and when he woke up, it was in the boy's hair. And Gopi laughed. Gopi did not die. After that, he was a friend to the house lizards, especially King. But he had a horror of insects, especially spiders. King was happy to eat all the spiders for his friend the boy. One day Gopi was in a far village and heard a fakir extolling his system of health. No flesh must taint the pure one. As he is the head, so must he keep his hands and feet free of flesh. The mouse and lizard and cat and bird of all kind. At this point, Gopi came into hearing of the song. Not a gnat or an ant or a fly or a spider must you let touch you if you would live the pure life forever. Therefore, let his powder keep them from you so that you need not sully yourself with the brushing off of them. The fakir displayed his marvelous powder, and Gopi, with his horror of insects, bought some and spread it into the corners of his house, as he had been told. After a week, he had more insects in his room than ever, and could not discover the reason until he found King dead under the bed, curled up, rigid, and black. By a rash action, Gopi lost his best friend. Poor Gopi. Oh, I wrote these so long again, I'm discovering them along with you. Anyway, that's a sort of sample of the types of stories you might find in the Tantra. I'm not sure why it's, of course, outside of India, which is, a quarter of the earth or whatever. But I'm not sure why outside of in the West, I guess, whatever you want to call it, it's not more better known like the other story collections. But it's definitely worth finding. There's a lot of amazing, great stories in there. Thank you.